Now, studies carried out in some parts of the world show that mental health of people is likely to suffer as a result of the coronavirus lockdown. Galaxy's Kelly Egiga visited a few homes to find out how families are coping with the COVID-19 lockdown.
Historically, in crisis response, lockdowns have been initiated to save lives and are considered best practice. Worldwide, this has been done in schools, communities, and nations in the face of life-threatening situations. Though the lockdown has been done to slow the transmission of the disease as well as contain the outbreak, thereby protecting individuals, families, and communities, however, depending on circumstances and in many instances, lockdowns may produce anxiety, stress, fear and loneliness for some, especially with the pathetic and epileptic power supply in Nigeria, among other issues.
It's I understand the reason why for the lockdown, but it's not been fun. First and foremost, it's not been fun because one, we've been going through the issue of there is no light. Then you're thinking of how you are also going to feed yourself, because if you buy foodstuffs or you cook or anything and you put it in the fridge and there's no light, what's the point? It's not easy because then you also know that it's affecting your work, it's affecting, your family. There are people scattered around Lagos, your family, your friends, and you're wondering how they are fending, how they are doing, and all you do is just call. I mean, I've gone through data like I'm going through the amount of data I've spent in 2 weeks is what I would say I've spent in 6 months.
It's actually a very strange experience, really. I can't imagine myself being home straight for like 2 weeks. It's quite frustrating, really. But, well, as I say, you have to stay home to stay safe. At least I try to get some exercise done every evening. That's practically what has actually been keeping me sane in this period.
But everywhere is locked up. There's no way to go out. I can't travel. And it's so boring to stay at home. No lights. Sometimes, because of the light, no water. So we are suffering in the home.
My next stop is the family of Peter Atabo. He basically works from home but fears if the lockdown continues, his wife and daughter may be prevented from reuniting with him.
Well, I'm based in Lagos and my wife, she's in Kaduna State right now. And I fear that if this lockdown continues, she won't be able to come all the way to join me in Lagos, and I'll really be worried about that.
Some of the respondents share their reservations about the stimulus package with a clear message to the government at all levels.
I understand how the rationale in terms of how do you select the people you want to give these things to. If you say you're giving it to the masses, who are you giving it to exactly? Personal example, my father he sent me a message saying that he had been contacted by an SMS saying that he had been selected to receive a relief package. And I was like, okay, reply, tell them, yeah, because they got his address and his number and everything. And I was like, okay, fine, it makes a whole lot of sense. I understand how they could have gotten the address, your BVN pin, your blah, 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 and this and this. But as we speak, relief he has not seen, package he has not even gotten. So for me, it doesn't balance out. This thing has been turned into a political charade.
Well, government should keep doing what they do, and I just hope they are honest enough and patriotic enough as well to actually, see Nigerians through this process.
The lockdown is a new reality to everyone in Nigeria, but it is necessary. However, The World Health Organization (WHO) has warned that the coronavirus crisis and the restrictive measures that many countries, including Nigeria, are taking to contain the outbreak may have a negative impact on people's mental health and well-being. As Nigerians are obliged to stay at home, it is essential to consider the effect of this pandemic on the mental health and family life, especially in a cosmopolitan city such as Lagos. Kelly Egiga.